Hi, Liz. How are you doing today?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Very good. Very excited to be talking to you. Especially, I love the movie, and I
Uh,
just want to talk a little bit about it. How excited are you about it? Because this is the first time you're directing a big movie, especially with such a huge cast.
yeah, it's my third movie directing, but it is by far my biggest, and
Hmm.
it was such a fun experience from the beginning to the end. Everyone was so delightful, and it was, you know, I hate to say that it was easy because I want there to be some mystique around the
Yeah.
job of the director, but honestly, everyone made my job so pleasant, and I just had fun every day with these people. And the story is a nice one to put out in the world. It makes me feel positive. And I'm excited about it coming out. I hope that people find it like hopeful and encouraging.
Yeah, I do. I think I have a teenage daughter, and I do know she hasn't seen the movie yet. I saw it, but she hasn't seen it. But I think since she's going to be for the 4th of July weekend, of course, he has to see it, watch it. It's also in Prime
Oh.
Video. So how are you able to bring this project to Prime Video? Because Prime Video is accessible to all the world, and that must be very hard on you, for you.
Well, I mean, I am very lucky. I worked with this great studio who made it possible to make the movie. And then once we were done, Amazon saw it and they saw what we were trying to do. You know, they saw the universal message in pursue your dreams, believe in yourself. And so they got behind it to distribute it to the world. And that's very cool.
Yeah, very cool. When I saw the title for the first time, it reminded me of a movie of the 80s was called Space Cadet. I love the movie when I was growing up. I don't know if you've seen it. It was very,
Uh-huh.
very cool. Even though when I was a child, I wanted to be an astronaut. And I like this movie the way it works because it's not she's not a teenager. Emma's character Rex, she's already a person, and a young adult, and she's been having struggles in her life. I wasn't writing this, making it not just like a teenager who probably won't seen, was also a person who also has her life, and especially the her cast around. They see this, as she said, the astronaut, the other of these programs. But Rex is a person who is not a teenager, just a woman
Yeah.
growing up. Yeah.
Well, I really wanted to tell this story of having given up a childhood dream and how
Yeah.
hard it can be to pivot back to that as an adult. You know, she's only 28, which is not old, but
Mhm.
I'm amazed at how people will say, like, well, I'm 40, I could never do that. Or, like people find excuses. The fear is real. People find excuses to not go after what they
Yeah.
want, right? They lose their confidence, they're scared. So I never wanted it to be about somebody who was just following the path and following it correctly. I really did want this to be about somebody who had become like a ridiculous candidate for this thing she wanted to do. Like, really, the odds were against her, except that she could do it. She just didn't have the
Mhm.
conventional path.
Yeah, and so you have such a great cast. I love that you have Gabriel Union. I love her ever since Bring It On. So I guess it was hard for you just kind of like sing the cheers from Bring It On. That's sexy. I'm cool. I'm popular too. So how
She's
was it working with her?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
she's so professional. She's surrounded by totally lovely people. She really understands what she's doing at any moment. She's just like whip smart. And also, I was so lucky because she would improvise moments that were
Mhm.
so funny that made the scene so much funnier. And then I got to have them in the movie. So I was just so lucky to work with her.
Yeah, don't blame me. Also, Tom is amazing. He's in Umbrella Academy. He's so good, so good. And you can see the chemistry with him with all the cast, especially with Emma. So how was it working with you got such a great cast, all these stars, and how was Tom with it, working with him?
Well, it's so fun. I mean, part of what's fun is like you have an idea about what an actor is going to bring to the role, and
Yeah.
you're excited about that. And then they show up and they bring so much more. And that was the case with Tom. I didn't know that he was going to do all that like physical comedy where he's just like running around crazy. And he was very surprising. You know, it's like I thought even if he'd done a tenth of that, I would have been satisfied. And the fact that he showed up and was like Buster Keaton meets Hugh Grant also. And everyone was like that. You know, the Ask Hands, I'd never worked with any of those people before. And they just really found moments to make their character completely their own. And it's it's such a treat. Directing is such a treat. I love just watching actors be great at what they do.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time talking a bit about your movie. I just to remind everybody to go watch the movie. It's gonna be on Prime Video, especially for the if you're in the summer, everything is hot outside. So just stay in your house, turn the AC, watching your screen, watch with the whole family. Anything you want to say to the people in Puerto Rico?
Oh, just hello. And that sounds like a brilliant plan. Please watch Space Cadet and have a good time.
All right, thank you so much and have a good one.
Thank you so much, Mark.